tell us your name and what you do, please?
Hello, I'm Caroline Simon and I'm a Contract Localisation Manager.
Tell me what sort of thing a localisation manager does in an average day.
An average day, I mean, generally you're working on maybe one or two or three projects at the same time. This could involve looking through scripts, listening to audio files for the UK versions of the games, looking at manuals for the UK versions of the games, and just seeing how much work there is that needs to be translated. So, and then from there, finding the right people to be able to get that work translated. And basically, we were kind of like trying to ensure that you're getting all of the work from that development need in order for them to create the language versions of those games. So it can be a range of things. Anything that basically needs to be done in English needs to be done in those language versions. So you need to pull all that information together to be able to deliver a language version of the game.
And what education or skills or experience do you need in order to become a localisation manager?
Well, my own personal experience has been a slightly unconventional way of becoming a localisation manager. I started off in retail. And I worked in corporate design and packaging for a number of years, and then moved over and did a similar thing in games initially. From there, my project management experience took me into localisation, and there I sort of started managing, as I say, the more detailed parts of the projects. And I think that for somebody today coming into localisation, I think it is quite useful and quite important to have a language. It will be helpful to be able to, say, play a game in another language and understand fully what it is that's needed for that language version of the game. So if someone was coming into the industry now, I would suggest a language would be a really helpful thing.
So what do you enjoy about being a localisation manager? What do you enjoy about the job?
It's a very varied role. It's a nice role. As I say, and you could be doing, one day you could be reading through scripts, another day you could be in the studio listening to actors performing those lines from that script. And you know, if you're working on a title that is fun, you know, those days in the studios can be very, very entertaining. There's also the side of it of just collating all that information together and getting it all back, all sort of, you know, and then seeing the final version of that game in another language that you've kind of got all that information together. So that can be quite exciting as well. So.